Hey, welcome. Good morning, everybody. It's Fat Thor. Good morning to you. doing the podcast. Hey, we're live. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook right now. Decided to do that. I did a morning show yesterday. I'm going to try to do some podcasts in the morning and then some guest podcasts. Not that I'm doing a morning show, not competing with morning shows, but just decided I had some free time in the mornings more than I did in the afternoons and in the evenings. So we're getting on here and doing that. So welcome. I'm going to recap. Geez, man, I tell you what, crazy. I had a great time last night. I did set at the Laughing Skull here in Atlanta. It's Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. It's Eastern time. It's cloudy, mucky outside. It's one of those fall rainy days. But I had a great time at the Laughing Skull last night. I did. Had a great set. Had some friends come out and see me. It was great to be back. I hadn't been there in a year and a half since before the pandemic. I was scheduled back in March of 2020 to be on at the Life School, then everything shut down. Now they sent me some things, had some opportunities, but I was busy working on some shows, some TV and movies that actually paid more. Excuse me. So I had a great time last night. Live School. Glad they're back. We had about 60 people in the crowd, man. It was a great time. Glad to be back. Glad to see some folks I hadn't seen in a while. Joe, Mike, everybody, and just be back in the Skull, man. It's a great venue, great thing. So if you're in Atlanta, you want to catch some good shows, especially Monday through Wednesday, man, go check it out. It's $15. They do some shows on the weekends now as well. Everything's back open, so I'd say that. Anyways, let's move on. Say, hey, don't want to forget our sponsors, Venture Roofing here in Atlanta, 678-656-7482. For all your residential needs, if you mention the Fat Thor podcast or me or Power 108.9, you'll get $250 to $1,000 off your roof on residential only. So there's that. Moving on. I woke up this morning. Now, I don't know. Braves lost last night. Let's be honest. We knew there was a loss coming somewhere. Let's be honest. You know there was a loss coming. We didn't know if it was going to be game 2, 3, or 4, but I predicted 3 or 4. It came last night. So hopefully we got that out of the way. We can come home and get some more momentum. But the Astros really pulled it back together and really got it. So hopefully starting Friday, we can get back on a game plan. Not that we're playing terribly bad. I think we just got some really good momentum and it is what it is. So I didn't get to watch the whole game, watched most of it. I got home about 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, and turned it on. It was sad, but we're still in it. Still in it to win it. Still in it to win it. So don't feel like we're lost, because we're not. We're not. But don't forget, sortaclassy.com on Instagram and Facebook. It's a new boutique store that's open that my wife has and runs. We have a bunch of earrings and things that we need to sell and get the hell out of my house. So guys, again, things are coming up. If you watched the show yesterday, I'm only releasing this. I was releasing this just on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Alexa, all the podcast things. But I decided to do it live today, see how it goes. And then also post so you can catch this later. If you don't catch it now, you can go on Spotify and all that, listen to it. But yeah, please order some earrings. Please order some clothes and some stuff. Get some stuff out of my house. It's a great shop, great website. Guys, you don't have to do anything. Just go in there and grab some stuff. Take care of your wife for Christmas, whatever. Surprise. Man. Power 108.9.com, the radio show. I don't know why I said that been in here, but hey, that's the radio show. This radio show I'm on with All About Laughs. We had a great time with Mookie G. That is up. You can go check that out. We had a great time the other night talking about Chappelle and everything else, that's going on. But the big news, SHIB, man. SHIB. Now, I don't know if you're in crypto or not. I am. Been in crypto for a while. I got in SHIB really, really early. Now, I missed the Bitcoin. I did get into Doge. I made some great money there. I got in fairly early. I get it even earlier in on SHIB. So, and SHIB basically broke the internet yesterday. That's right, broke the internet. It ran so hard and it almost grabbed another zero. It's still not too late to get in. So if you're still on the fence, like, I don't know, this is a scam, let me tell you something. I've made some big money off of SHIB off of SHIB, off of Doge. And now I'm working on SHIB. So it is real. I've cashed in some money. I've made some money. I've funded some trips. So it's here. It's what everybody's going to. Whether I'm not saying it's going to be the currency of the future or anything like that. I'm just saying stock market isn't doing as much as it used to, especially with day traders and stuff. So they're all going to this now because everybody's wanting to cash in. Everybody wants to be the next Bitcoin where they're sitting on $60,000 a coin and multimillionaires. Will that happen? Don't know. Would I like to see that happen? Of course. But then you got all these millionaires out there with all this money. We're already in inflation. What's that going to do? I don't have the answer to that, but I'm just asking the question, what's that going to do? Hello, my man, Clusterfog. What's up? What's up, Clusterfog, man? Glad you're here, man. But that's my big question. It's like, what is the end game? Of course, because there's a new crypto coming out every day. And I've got some and some others that I've made a little money. I bet you can do an amazing Sylvester Stallone. I'm never tried it. You want to try Sylvester Stallone? Hey, yo, Adrian, yo, I gotta get really into it. Hey, yo, I don't know. I have to practice it. But thank you. I'll take the compliment from my voice. Thank you, sir. But SHIB, let's think about this. SHIB's on the rise. I got in it way early, like 2 zeros ago. And it's making money for me and folks. The key is not to sell off, I guess. And it's got a cap. So it's working. It's making money. But it broke the internet. I have mine in 2 different accounts. And Coinbase is one of them. And Coinbase crashed yesterday. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't buy. I couldn't sell. It even broke Webull. It even crashed down crypto.com. It crashed it. So that just tells you the amount of people that are flooding into this thing. Is that a good thing? Yes. Should you be looking at it? Yes. But also buy and sell at your own risk. I am not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I bought a bunch. My wife's got a bunch. I'm just here. I'm just here for the party, man. Here for the party. But SHIB broke the internet yesterday. And that was amazing. It was scary for a minute because I was like, is this ever going to come back? Because we remember the whole Robinhood thing. Man, was that whack. And that was, did I just say that's whack? That is, I don't know where that came from. That is the most ridiculous thing I could ever come out of my mouth. Anyways, yeah, I was on the, also go check out the Wake Up with Dougie Almeida show. I was on there with Dougie Almeida, a comedian friend of mine. He's been doing comedy for a long time. Great guy. Solid dude, solid performer, solid comedian. He asked me to come on his show. He's got a great show. It's called Wake Up with Dougie show. It comes out on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. It was me and guest David Sandman, who's a comedian down in Florida, originally from New York. Solid dude. Got to meet him, hang out with him. We had some great conversations, great talks. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Go check it out. It's up on my page on Facebook. It's on, it's not on my Instagram, but it's on Facebook. It's on my page, or you can go to the Wake Up Dougie Almeida show on Facebook and watch it there. And he also has it on Spotify and a few other things. So go check it out and watch it. Now, here's the others. Here's the I forgot this one. Here's really the craziness of what caught me. And I'm just going to start doing one article I find a morning or a day talking about instead of like a million. Yesterday was the Montana one from Montana Hospital refusing to treat an 82-year-old patient. They had exhausted all their COVID treatments and would not let her go to ivermectin, and told her she'd have to leave the hospital if she wanted to have ivermectin, even though another doctor outside the hospital said that she could take it and prescribed it. So go check that out. That was yesterday's show. It's on Spotify. It's on Alexa, Apple, all that. So I didn't put it on YouTube yet, but it will be. I will put it up on YouTube today. I promise that. But an American flight diverted. We keep hearing this. All the time. Now, at first, it was we just figured everyone fighting was the fact that people were just pent up. People were, just tired of being at home. They didn't know how to act on a plane. They had masks. I've got a lot of pilot buddies, and everybody was looking at it as I have the right to not wear a mask, and then you don't have the right to tell me to wear a mask, and this whole left versus right, this whole everything politically, that charge to which caused, and it did spur a lot of this because you saw the videos, the TikToks, and everything. And I've talked about it on my radio show how many fights and assaults and fights in the air and restraining. The kid that got restrained, they got taped down to a seat on one of the flights because he was just off the charts. But now here yesterday, an American flight was diverted after a passenger assaulted another airline attendant on American Airlines. Now, if you've listened to the radio show before on Power 108.9, and you've listened to any of my talks before, I've been following this very, very closely in the amount of. Now, at this point, I think we're kind of all on the same playing field politically, if you want to say that. We all know we need to wear a mask. We all on a plane. Just follow the rules, whether you agree with them or not. We're all in a closed tube trying to get from point A to point B, and we've all paid our money. We don't need no knucklehead ruin it for everybody, and that's the problem with our world is one knucklehead ruins it for everybody. So my point is, nobody is when you pay for a flight, everybody's 250, 100 we're trying to get from point A to point B. Okay, point A to point B. I paid my 200. You paid whatever you paid. And we just want to get there. We just want to get there and do our thing there. We don't want to fight in the sky. If I'm going to fight, I don't want to fight anymore. 46. I don't want to fight anymore. I will, but I don't want to. I don't want to land the plane. It costs you money, costs you time. Now we got to divert and land in another airport. Get your ass off. Regroup. Get another flight path by the FAA. So now you've delayed the whole flight. You've delayed everybody's time. And time is all we have. And time is the most precious thing we have. Not money, time. The people that are going to visit friends or family or going on vacation or going to enjoy their life, you are prohibiting that. And that is wrong. And I agree, you should never fly again. Because you're essentially buying a bus pass. You're not in your own car. It's not your car. You can act a fool in your own vehicle or at home all day long. But not on a plane and take my 4 hour, because this flight was going from California to New York. That's a long flight. Long flight. They didn't release the details of what happened, but the passenger hasn't been identified. The FBI, of course. But here's some statistics that just tells you, and I don't understand why we're still doing this. Now, I do blame some media and the diversity is causing in issues and the flares, but I think that's all died down. I think we're all getting it back on the same playing field. Like, this is all ridiculous. The news is ridiculous. Everything that's going on is ridiculous with the government. I think we're all slowly getting on the same playing field. Like, this is dumb. But for us to still have folks going nuts on planes, let me give you some numbers. The number is up from 183 last year. And I even talked about this on the radio. 183 last year and 146 incidents. These are incidents with passengers against flight attendants. 183 of last year. It's up from 183 last year and 146 in 2019. So before the pandemic, we were already having, they were escalating. They were at 146. Last year, they went to 183. This is American Airlines. This is one airline. Prior to 2021, the most investigations initiated in a 26-year period dating back to 1995 was 310 in 2004. Now, I don't remember exactly what was going on in 2004. I don't know if it's the population increase. I don't know. I don't know if there's more people flying and there's less flights. I do think people are thinking they're more entitled than they are. There's a lot of that. I noticed that. You paid your money just like I paid my money. You don't. Where do you get more entitlement than I do to whatever this caused you to erupt on a plane and attack a flight attendant who's just there to work and feed their family, put food on the table, and risk their lives getting COVID, risk their lives, in a plane with people, risk their lives. I mean, flying is still not safe. It's safer than a car, but things happen all the time. They're just there to get through their workday, to get home safely to their. What if someone came into your work and bit you or punched you? You'd be like, what? That can't happen. I work in a cubicle. I work in a warehouse. That's wrong. Well, that's wrong for you to do that too. It's absolutely appalling that we can't travel safely. Like, I flew to Vegas here a few weeks ago to go do some shows, and I took Southwest. And Southwest, I've never taken before, but it was an inexpensive flight. It was less than I normally fly Delta when I fly, and that's just because we have more points and stuff. My wife work, but it was $200 flat, $200 flat, and I could take 2 bags, no extra fees. I was like, great. And the whole time I'm on the plane, I'm thinking, I hope we don't get an idiot. I hope we don't get a knucklehead, because we're going to Vegas. Everybody's hopped up. Yeah, I do applaud the flight attendants. The flight attendants were very funny. They're like, look, folks, y'all going to party. Wait to Vegas to party. Here's the rules. Let's not violate them here so we can all get there and do the stupid stuff we're going to do there. I thought it was very funny. And the flight attendant put in a very comedical way, which I appreciate and applaud very well. Because let's be honest, some folks, there's a reason why I don't go out on New Year's Eve. I call it amateur hour. And then I saw a lot of that in Vegas. It's like, oh, these people, they don't drink at home normally or during the week, but they come to Vegas once every now and then, and they just let loose. And I call them the amateurs. They can't keep it together. They get a little, they sprint before they sprint before jogging. Vegas is a jog, drinking is a jog. It's not a sprint. And, but that was my whole thought. That was my whole thought going out there and coming back. It's like, and I shouldn't have those thoughts. I've never had those thoughts in all my years of flying. My grandfather was a pilot his entire life. I flew with him on my first flight ever when I was 8 years old. I thought it was the coolest thing. Flying back then, and even before that, was a luxury. It was an event. It was, you wore a collared shirt. If you were anything with the airlines, you wore a suit, you wore a collar, you dressed up, you didn't wear jeans. You represented yourself and the company even though you were not working, you represented the company and you dressed accordingly. And even people dressed up a little bit more. Now people rolling out of their goddamn bed, not brush their teeth, with no bras, see-through t-shirts, and barely have jogging pants on, looking like a hot mess. I mean, okay, that's your prerogative, but it's not a Greyhound. But it's I should say not a Greyhound. It's not your car. You are in public, but that's fine. I can look past that. I can look past that if you just keep to yourself. But these people that are attacking flight attendants and causing these flights to delay, land, it's a whole. I would lose my mind if someone acted a fool on a plane that I was on, had us land. I paid for a direct flight. Now I'm getting a detoured flight. I would lose my mind. I'd probably go to jail because I would have to intervene and smack them around, which is not the right thing to do, but it's just like people. When you buy a ticket, you are not entitled any more than the next person. Their money is the same money as you. They work just as hard as you did in whatever job they have, and they're just trying to get from point A to point B. Okay? And don't take drugs that you can't handle on a plane. Wait till you land. Don't take some stupid pills. Don't take some edibles you can't maintain your shit on. Okay? Don't drink too much. Don't act like you all that when you're not. Because if you was all that, you'd be on a private plane. You'd be on a charter plane, right? Let's be honest. If you were as entitled or as good as you think you are, you'd been on a private plane already, or be able to afford to. We all like you. We're all just trying to get from point A to point B as inexpensive as possible, as comfortable as possible. I honestly won't fly some of these airlines because of the amount of incidents they have. American has a lot of incidents, more than other airlines. And so sometimes the cheaper the flight may not be the best flight. And I'm not trying to stereotype, but it is. If you look at the numbers, and I started looking at the numbers of the incidents on Spirit, Frontier, American, all the way up to Delta. Delta has the fewest of them all. American is one of, and United is one of the ones that you see on TikTok. I have a joke that I talk about that I did one time on stage. It's like, about these people that got in a fight in TSA. They got in a fist fight. A family got in a fist fight in front of TSA. They couldn't even get through TSA. And I just make a joke. It's like, I don't profile, but I'm pretty sure they're Spirit Airlines passengers. And Spirit Airlines should only be able to land in and out of Walmart parking lots. And I said that because I'm basing it on the facts, basing it on the numbers. So here's the thing. Get on the plane. Now, I don't care if you take a sleeping pill. Go to sleep. But don't tag the airline passenger. Don't tag passengers. Don't stand up and act like a fool, like it's a stage and you got to show out. Okay? Because I promise you, more and more passengers are getting more and more pissed off that they're going to start standing up. And it's not safe to do that in the air. You got to understand, we're on a plane. We're not in a car. And it's not safe. You're endangering everyone's lives. You're endangering the pilot has to go into autopilot or turn it over to the co-pilot, which thank God there's a co-pilot. Come back there, deal with you. And it's not safe. It's not safe. I'd rather listen to I'm not going to say that out loud. I'm not going to put that in the world. I'm not going to put that in karma. It'll happen to me. So anyway, so that's enough of that. That's enough of that rant. But these incidents of people attacking is just appalling, man. It's appalling. So be nice. Be nice. Understand. And it's frustrating to travel. But if you want to get in a car and drive, you want to get in a car and ride from California to New York, that's what y'all ask about to do from now on. How's that? That's annoying. That is more difficult than getting on a plane. Flying is not, it can be fun. But people are just acting a fool. And they even said this remains a serious safety threat, and one incident is one too many, which I agree. The rate of these incidents has dropped. They say they've dropped 50% since record highs earlier this year, which, like I said, I thought it would plane off. They're still happening. So they're saying they are, but we still see it in the news. FAA has no authority to prosecute criminal case, but can levy fines and implement a zero tolerance campaign in January that permitted it to issue fines without warning letters. This year, the agency, people are just not going to pay it. They should be permanently not allowed to fly on any airline. Should be like the casinos had or have. The casinos have them. They have that list. If you're on it, you walk in or you try to get in the casino, you can't. They escort you out. They call it the black book, the blacklist, the black book of Vegas. That once you're in there, you cannot walk into any other casino. You will be escorted out immediately. And they have it, and they will spread you, not just in Vegas, to all their affiliate casinos in Biloxi, all over the country. You can't go into any casinos. That's what they need to implement. Hard press, hardcore. FAA, all the airlines, get on board. I mean, I know they say they're doing that. It's like, you can't fly again on this airline. Well, how about all the airlines? Because all they're going to do is go to another airline. They're going to buy another second, and they're going to do it again. If they're going to act a fool once, what makes you think they're not going to do it again? That will get people in line. You sacrifice a few thousand. People get their ass in gear. People get their ass right. Like, I'll shut the fuck up. I'll shut up and sit right here. I'll shut up. I'll sit right here. I want to fly again. I don't want to drive that far. So I hope they do. I hope they implement that more. That's what they need. They need a flying blacklist, black book, cancel list. Yeah, you're canceled from all flights. I don't approve of cancel culture. I don't buy into cancel culture, but canceling your ass from flying again, I'm all about. I am all about. FAA, don't use, and send them a fine too. Send them a $10,000 fine, and you can't ever fly on a plane again. For life. Now, how about that? You got your whole family wants to go on a trip somewhere. You go, I can go. Remember that time I popped off in there? Remember that time after the fool? I can't fly on nothing. Can't fly. We have the technology. We have the system. Ban them. Ban them for life. Especially if they attack an employee or attendant or somebody working for the airlines in midair. Done. $10,000 fine. Hell, make it $100,000. I don't care. $10,000 fine. Boom. But that don't go willy-nilly and just giving out to everybody. But if somebody physically attacks anybody on a plane, especially attendants or anything like that, they're done. They're done for life. And then or cause a plane to land. If there's a direct flight and it has to detour, land, boom, you're done. You're going to jail. You're getting fines. You're going to go see the judge, and you're also never going to fly again. Not just on this airline, every airline. That will stop people. All right, I think that's it. That's about we're at the 30-minute mark. I didn't mean to go that long, but on that rant. But hey, again, go check out the Wake Up with Doug Almeida shows on there. Also, go check out my show on power1089.com, all about the laughs. This podcast is on a lot of different things. It's on about 18 different platforms. All you gotta do is say Alexa, Fat Thor Podcast. It's there. I got a lot of things going on. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you sticking around, those folks. Appreciate you commenting there. Where's my comments? There it is. Cluster Frog. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir. Also, if you comment or anything, I'll answer you. And thank you. Thank you for following. Go find me on Instagram at andygunning.com or Andy Gunning and Fat Thor Podcast. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Go follow. Go like, please. Every little bit helps. Don't forget our sponsors, Venture Roofing. I clicked the wrong buttons. Go buy a t-shirt for the show, storefrontier.com/Andy's Room. Or you can go to my Linktree, Andy Gunning, go get a shirt. Everything you do or buy supports the show. It goes right back into the show here and my radio show, all about laughs on Power 108.9. And give Venture Roofing a call, 678-656-7482. If you need a roof in the Metro Atlanta or outside the Metro Atlanta area, anywhere, give them a shout. And sortaclassy.com on Instagram and Facebook. Get all your earrings and female swag and classy needs, got a girlfriend, got a wife, got a mom, got somebody, got a female in your life, go buy them some earrings, t-shirts, nice gifts. You can just go on there and buy it right away, and we will get it to you ASAP. Want to thank you. Hey, we'll see you again. Maybe tomorrow. We're going to carve pumpkins tonight. Let you know how carving pumpkins goes. We're doing our carving pumpkin. Maybe I'll take some pictures, throw them up here in the morning. Maybe you'll be carving pumpkins. Don't know. But if you do, let me know. Send some pictures in. We'll throw them up here. Have some fun. Hey, have a good day. We'll check in with you tomorrow. See what's going on. All right.